Asterisk. WNBA Power Rankings Post Free Agency Edition. Where do Caitlin Clark and the Favor rank? We've already seen a slew of trades and signings that have shaken up the WNBA power structure. Who will emerge as a new contender? The WNBA free agency period is in full swing, and it has been a roller coaster with several blockbuster trades occurring around the league and key free agents moving to other teams. 3. With all that change in mind, it's time to take stock of the league as it stands now and rank the teams and their rosters in their current state. WNBA Power Rankings Post Free Agency Edition. 1. New York Liberty. The New York Liberty are the best team in the league until proven otherwise. They retained their core of Breanna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, and Jonquel Jones, only losing Courtney Vandersloot in free agency. With key bench pieces Leonie Fiebich and Betnijah Laney-Hamilton returning as well, it will take a special effort to dethrone this team. 2. Minnesota Lynx. The Minnesota Lynx were on the cusp of a championship last season but fell short in Game 5. They kept their entire starting five intact, and while they lost their best bench player in Misha Hines-Allen, they retained Natisha Hiedeman and can add someone effective in the draft to help out. 3. Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever were by far the winners of the offseason. Not only did they resign Kelsey Mitchell, but they added Duwana Bonner in free agency and Sophie Cunningham via trade. These players, alongside Caitlin Clark, should make a ton of noise in the WNBA next season. 4. Las Vegas Aces. The offseason was a bit of a mixed bag for the Aces, as they lost Kelsey Plum, Tiffany Hayes, Alicia Clark, and Cait Martin. However, they reloaded Jewel Lloyd, Dana Evans, and Cheyenne Parker-Titus. Even if those pieces don't fit together perfectly, they still have the best player in the league in A'ja Wilson. 5. Phoenix Mercury. The Mercury, like the Aces, both lost and gained valuable players. They lost Brittany Griner and Sophie Cunningham, but were able to add stars in Alyssa Thomas and Satou Sabally. If Diana Taurasi returns for one last run, they could have one of the best starting lineups in the league. 6. Atlanta Dream. The Dream swung big, both literally and metaphorically, in the free agency period by adding Griner and Breanna Jones. Although they lost Tina Charles, they essentially upgraded in the offseason, and they still have Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard. 7. Los Angeles Sparks. Much of the Sparks' success will depend on how healthy they can remain. The team added star guard Kelsey Plum this offseason, who should be quite successful next to Ricka Jackson and a healthy Cameron Brink. If the rest of the roster contributes as they are expected to, this could be a playoff team in 2025. 8. Dallas Wings. Although the Wings lost Satou Sabally this offseason, they still have Eric Ogunbowale and added both Dejounte Carrington and Misha Hines-Allen in the offseason. Dallas also has the No. 1 pick in the WNBA draft, which will add some firepower to the roster. 9. Seattle Storm. The Seattle Storm signaled this offseason that they were building toward the future by acquiring draft capital in exchange for Jewel Lloyd. They did resign Nneka Ogwumike, but let several other players walk. They will be drafting No. 2 in the draft now and could add a franchise-altering player. 10. Chicago Sky. The Chicago Sky made some under-the-radar good moves in the offseason, but this team is still far from competing. They lost Diamond Dayshields and have not resigned Chennedy Carter yet, but they did add Kia Nurse and Courtney Vandersloot. They have good bigs, but the rest of the pieces have to fall perfectly into place for the Sky to be any good. 11. Washington Mystics. The Mystics were perhaps the quietest team in the league during the offseason. They still have the No. 4 pick at their disposal, but they are counting on Aaliyah Edwards to make a major leap this offseason, but that will likely not be enough to compete for a playoff spot. 12. Connecticut Sun. The Sun are in complete disarray after trading away or letting go of their entire starting lineup from a season ago. Marina Mabrey, the best player left, also wants out of Connecticut as well. The team did add Tina Charles and Diamond Dayshields and added a few solid players via trade, but so many moving pieces make me question the ceiling of this group. 13. Golden State Valkyries. Undoubtedly, the Golden State Valkyries will struggle in year one of their expansion. While they did get solid pieces in the draft like Cait and Julie Vandersloot, it will take some time to build this team up. Tiffany Hayes was a solid free agency addition, and the known 5 pick could help out quite a bit, but patience is the key for this young franchise. 5, 6.